So, sweeping.
So
Is that the most fun part of it?
sweep is. I'm a skip, so I don't sweep much.
Oh.
That's what I have my boys for.
Okay,
but,
good.
Sweeping, what sweeping accomplishes is that it actually warms the surface temperature up.
Okay.
So the ice is therefore a little bit slipperier for the rock. It can't create the friction. So sweeping will make it go straighter and farther. It can't make it go any faster. There's no motor in the rock. It can only go as fast as
makes it goes
it's
farther.
released.
Okay.
It makes it
I
go,
had no idea.
Good sweepers will carry a rock 12 to 15 feet farther.
Wow.
So when the rock's moving,
So,
we just go beside it and we shuffle our feet.
okay. Like that. Okay.
Just like that.
Just scared of falling. In keeping with this transportation theme, Brooklyn and Chance talk about proper etiquette on the bus. Oh.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Hot Button. Today we're going to be talking about transit etiquette, whether you take the SkyTrain to school or the bus. I know there's going to be a new Fraser Valley Express on April 6th, or the C bus, whatever you may take. I know that I take it to go to school when it's a little bit cheaper for me than to drive. How about you? I know it's a little bit different for the both of us. How often do you take transit, Chance?
I take the city bus about every weekend, just to go hang out with friends. I'll take it when I have school or meetings at the school. If I can't get a ride at home, there's other areas to city bus.
Yeah. No, it's totally more convenient. Would you say that you have more experience with the city bus than you do with the SkyTrain, considering that the last SkyTrain stops in Surrey and we're out here in Chilliwack?
Yeah, I have a lot more experience with the city bus than the SkyTrain. I've only been on the SkyTrain about once or twice, and that's just for BC Lions games, and yeah, it's not fun to get on because you got people pushing and shoving and trying to get a spot, and it's just packed anyway, trying to get on there. You can't get on and you can't get off. And when you're on the city bus, you can get on and off much easier, and it's got the ramp to get on and off the bus for you if you can't walk off.
So you would say that the city bus is a little bit more wheelchair friendly than the SkyTrain?
It's way more wheelchair friendly than the SkyTrain, yeah.
That's interesting. No, I definitely think that it's important for us to take priority of people that are elderly or disabled or pregnant because, if you fall under that category, you should be able to get a seat at the front of the bus right away. And I think that if somebody who falls under that category does come on the bus or the SkyTrain, that you move and offer them your seat.
Yeah. No, I agree, and I've totally had occasions where people will just stay in one spot, they'll have their feet up on another chair, they'll pull down every chair by the wheelchair section and just not pull up a seat for me to sit down, and then I'll have to wait for another bus, or I'll have to get the bus driver to get them to move because they just sit there and don't move.
That's absolutely ridiculous. And I think it's quite ignorant, and if I ever saw that, I would just tell somebody to move up because you should totally offer their seat and take initiative.
Yeah, I want you on my bus. I feel like you've experienced stuff like that way more, and I feel like you've had a lot of characters on your buses. Do you want to share any funny stories or any stories?
Yeah, I do have one interesting story. So last year on my way home from school to Metrotown on the 1:30 bus, as soon as I got on, the bus driver, it was probably his first day because he wasn't doing a good job, I might as well just say it now, he would accelerate so fast, I feel, before the doors would even close, and he would slam his brakes after every stop. Super dangerous because people would literally fall down on their backs on the aisle, completely unsafe. And so when the time came for me to get off, I flew onto some old man's lap that was sitting behind me, and needless to say, it was an incredibly uncomfortable situation, and I'm sure that guy liked that situation more than I did. Totally embarrassing. I don't know, what if that was you in that situation? It's incredibly unsafe.
That actually is really embarrassing. Yeah, I've had experiences where I've almost run into people have almost run into me. I'm not there to hurt anybody, and I'm pretty sure people aren't there to hurt me, but, just with the buses and how crazy they go, it's hard to stop yourself from falling over into people and making yourself fall into other people. So I gotta be careful and extra cautious with that as well.
Yeah, I totally agree, considering that I fall back when the bus driver goes a little too fast or the SkyTrain picks up before I imagine. I couldn't imagine being on wheels. That could seriously hurt someone, that could seriously hurt yourself. And I think transit etiquette, yes, goes down to the people taking it, but also to the person driving the bus.
Yeah, we need to respect people on the bus. We need to respect the passengers. We need to respect the bus driver because he's the one that's doing all the work, getting paid to take us wherever we need to go, right? And we don't seem to say thank you enough to these bus drivers who take so much time out of their day just to take us to where we need to go.
Yeah, I think a simple thank you when you're getting off the bus can go a long way.
What about you guys at home? Do you guys see anything going on wrong with bus driving, wrong with bus rides? Let us know on our Facebook and Twitter. This has been an episode of Hot Button, and we'll see you on the next one.
Well, that does it for this week's episode of Go Fraser Valley. Remember, you can find us in the virtual world on Facebook, Twitter, and even Instagram. And of course, you can also send story ideas to go_Fraser Valley at shaw.ca. Now, as for me, I thought I'd cool off by going curling, but actually all that sweeping has warmed me right up, so I need a beverage.